Powered by the Montana Television Network. This is the 10 o'clock news on KPAX, Montana's news leader.
Good evening, I'm Jill Valley. Dennis Bragg is off tonight. Well, Thanksgiving has come and gone. That really means one thing. It's time to put up the tree and deck the halls, right? Well, hundreds gathered in Hamilton to do that very thing tonight. Hamilton Downtown Association volunteers pulled out all the stops, decorating and lighting trees along a portion of Main Street near the post office. The Montana Acapella Society rang in this season with carols preceding the lighting of the big tree. And after that, a very special guest made an appearance. Santa himself stopped by to say hi. St. Nick was given some help by none other than Hamilton's next mayor, Dominic Fahrenkopf.
We're here celebrating the season as a community. Just a great chance for people to come out, see the downtown stores, the lights. Of course, we get to see guys like Joe. Right, Joe?
Yeah.
What'd you ask for Santa? What'd you tell him you wanted?
A phone.
A phone. Okay. All right. Joe's getting a phone.
Well, let's hope now, right? Hamilton's downtown festivities continue tomorrow during Small Business Saturday. Plus, the Flathead Valley is also getting into the holiday spirit with an annual tradition. It's Kalispell's Art Walk and Holiday Stroll next Friday. Last year, music from the Trinity Christmas Handbell Ringers carried a spirit-filled tune while folks strolled past windows of vendors that were warmly decorated and brightly lit to showcase their products. This year's event runs from 5 to 9 next Friday. It is sponsored by the Kalispell Downtown Association. Now, today might be Black Friday, but tomorrow is Small Business Saturday. That's where local merchants are hoping you'll stop by their shops this shopping season. Small Business Saturday isn't a new thing. It started in 2009 as a way for small businesses to fight back against Black Friday and Cyber Monday. It's the time of year our small locally owned businesses remind shoppers they're still around and have a lot to offer. The mom and pop shops involved say Small Business Saturday is about more than consumerism, though. It's about revitalizing downtowns and communities across the country.
It's about just promoting that experience of coming downtown, getting back to basics, the way shopping used to be when you go downtown with the family and the grandparents and window shop and just have a full day together and experiencing something great. So that's really what it is.
And there's more to do than just window shop. Starting tomorrow, the Missoula Downtown Partnership is hosting carriage rides from 11 to 4 every weekend until December 17th. Many local chambers of commerce in the Flathead Valley are also coming together to encourage shoppers to support local businesses this Saturday. Many are offering incentives like discounts and doorbusters. According to the Small Business Association, 68 cents of every dollar spent will stay in the community. But some burned through their cash already on this Black Friday to kick off the biggest weekend of the year for retailers. Nearly 7 of 10 Americans are expected to drop some cash over the next few days. Nikki Batiste takes a look at some shoppers in action.
From coast to coast, people wait all year to shop on Black Friday.
I took a 2-hour nap after I had Thanksgiving.
These women in suburban Chicago started their shopping marathon at midnight.
There's a lot of 50% offs and there's a lot of buy one, get one free, which are very exciting.
This group wore pajamas to the mall near Boston, while others lined up for blocks in the cold waiting to grab deals in New Jersey. Suzanne Grant lives for the annual bargain bonanza.
For how many years? 25 years. 3 sisters-in-law have been getting together on Black Friday. It's a sacred day. We get together, we do all our shopping.
She's searching for today's hot deals at the Westchester Mall just north of New York City.
We do some serious shopping.
This intense day of shopping can turn malls across the country into battlegrounds. But analysts say retailers are starting to put less emphasis on just one day.
We've been seeing the graying of Black Friday. It was, was Black Friday, and it was Black Friday weekend, and it was even Black Friday week. Now it's Black November.
The National Retail Federation estimates 164 million people will shop in stores and online this year. That's 10 million more than last year, and for the first time ever, the estimate includes Cyber Monday.
I like to try things on and touch it, and you can't do that online.
Black Friday is still the reigning retail champ, with shoppers out in force looking for deep discounts. Nikki Batiste, CBS News, White Plains, New York.
Retail analysts say shoppers save big on TVs, tablets, appliances, and jewelry. From The state capitol, Governor Steve Bullock has approved 6 bills state lawmakers passed during last week's special legislative session. The new laws will cover most of the state's $227 million budget gap. Bullock let 3 of the biggest changes become law but didn't sign them. It includes bills reinforcing proposals to budget cuts, making transfers from other state accounts, and encouraging a deal with the owners of a private prison in Shelby. One of the bills Bullock signed put a $30 million charge on investments with the Montana State Fund. However, the state fund has filed suit claiming that charge is unconstitutional. But we had a very warm weekend, unusually warm for this time of year. But how's the rest of the weekend shaping up? Here now is meteorologist Russ Thomas. Russ.
I think overall it's going to be a pretty good weekend. I think we're going to start off Saturday, great day, sunshine for most of the day, although we could see a few areas with some patchy dense fog tomorrow morning. The reason why high pressure beginning to move into the area, still have a lot of moisture, of course, on the ground out there, low sun angle, all lead to the opportunity for that fog. However, it will lift for those areas that do see it by mid to late morning, leaving us with a mostly sunny day. Temperatures right now already below freezing in several spots. The only spots that are a little bit warmer, northwest Montana, 36 Kalispell, 37 in Polson. We'll have your complete forecast coming up.
One person was killed in a 2-vehicle crash outside Kalispell on Thanksgiving. Authorities say it happened just after 7 p.m. on Highway 35 near Creston. A 26-year-old woman from Troy was in a 93 Nissan Altima. She drove into the oncoming lane of traffic. A 65-year-old Kalispell man heading north in a Chevy Tahoe tried to avoid her, but the 2 vehicles collided anyway. The victim was not wearing a seatbelt and was pronounced dead at the scene. The driver of the Tahoe was belted in and was not seriously hurt. The name of the victim has not been released. The Flathead County Sheriff has, though, released the names of the husband and wife killed in a single vehicle crash on Highway 2 just west of McGregor Lake earlier this week. The victims are identified as 31-year-old Justin Novak and his wife, 33-year-old Rose Novak. Both were from Kalispell. This crash happened Tuesday morning around 1:30 in the morning west of Marion. The driver lost control of the vehicle, possibly due to black ice. The vehicle had 3 adult men and 3 adult women. It rolled and hit some trees. The married couple killed were passengers in the SUV. They died on the scene. The trooper says the couple were not wearing seatbelts. The other 4 went to the hospital and were treated for non-life-threatening injuries. It is Montana's dirty little secret, a crime so repulsive its perpetrators live in fear they're going to get caught. But Dennis Bragg reports a new public service campaign aims to send the message that's exactly what's going to happen to those involved in child sex trafficking.
While Montana is making inroads to combat human trafficking working with surrounding states, there's one area of major concern: children being taken captive and being forced into the sex trade to satisfy adults. Now, a new public service campaign launched this week called Unmasked aims to bring attention to what has been an unspeakable crime.
We've done that before on the issue of fighting child sex trafficking, and we're pleased to do that once again with a Georgia nonprofit called Street Grace that focuses on trying to stop human trafficking, in particular child sex trafficking, and the Montana Broadcasters Association.
She never said nothing, that was nothing she wrote. She gone with a man in a long black coat.
It targets the customers of child sex trafficking and conveys the message to them that they're not anonymous, that we know who they are, that we're going to find them and we'll bring them to justice.
You might be under the impression that sex trafficking is an urban problem, that it doesn't affect rural areas like Montana, but the statistics don't bear that out. Fox says Montana is actually both a source for victims and a destination for their predators. In fact, the Department of Justice says the number of juveniles rescued from human trafficking in Montana has gone up 400% in the past 2 years. Fox tells me it's difficult to know if that's because enforcement is up, child sex trafficking is on the increase, or a combination of both. But he feels community awareness is key to stopping the tragedies ruining these young lives.
We have been able to catch human traffickers who are not only bringing individuals, typically minors, into Montana for sex trafficking, but we've also had young people from Montana who have essentially fallen into this trap and have been abused physically and mentally and otherwise and dragged into this criminal activities.
In Missoula, Dennis Bragg, MTN News.
At least 9 other states are joining Montana in this effort.
Salute the Badge is brought to you by Montana Railing, supporting the Main Street of Montana for 30 years.
The Missoula City Police Department is helping Christmas come early this year for some Missoula kids. Augusta McDonald salutes the badge of Detective Ariana Adams.
Try this one on.
Cabela's partners with the police department to give kids in need and their families a day of gifts and fun. Adams is helping organize this special time for the second year.
So when the kids walk in with their families, they're greeted by an officer, and that officer will take them to the jacket section, and they get to pick out a jacket. And then Cabela's will surprise them with another gift.
They leave the store with a brand new winter coat and a new friend.
I think a lot of times kids don't see us in the best light, or at times in their life. Usually when kids see us, it'll be in times of crisis. And I think it's an opportunity for them to see us and have fun with us and talk with us.
18 kids and their families will have the opportunity to shop with a cop this holiday season.
As a community member, it's important for me to make sure and to know that kids are getting cared for. And I'm doing my small part.
Reporting in Missoula, I'm Augusta McDonald for MTN News.
Missoula County Public Schools selects the kids from their student bodies to participate. Still ahead, Russ is back with the rest of our weekend forecast. Plus, forecasters thought it was just going to flood a little, but that's not what happened in Washington State. We'll take a look at that and more. Still ahead here on KPAX.